Hello YouTubers, welcome to a new video. My name is Rebel Zachary and I love to cook and I use all sorts of different, machines to do it with. This is a spice grinder I bought like 2 years ago, and I posted this video 2 years ago, but I ended up deleting my account, so I needed to upload this video again. Before you want to spend like 300 bucks on a spice grinder, you might want to know if it actually is worth the money. Because at the time I was trying to look it up and only things I could find was like the professional commercial reviews on it, and of course that's always good because it was done by this particular brand. So here you see the Waring spice grinder. I bought it for €2.80 in euros. I think nowadays it's about $2.50. I have different kinds of spices on my table. I'm doing the voiceover right now, so I'm sorry if it doesn't really synchronize the best way. Okay, what am I doing now? I'm putting the camera up close. Yeah, I wanted to show to you how good it actually looks. It is really a gorgeous machine, and for those of you who think like, oh, blah blah blah, here she go again, this is not a sponsored video. I actually made this myself because at the time I was looking for a decent review and I couldn't find it, so just to help you guys out, this company deserves some props, It's a really solid machine. It looks good, it's kind of small, it's not heavy at all. You can lift the upper part. And this is actually where you put in one of the 3 cups they give you with the packaging. And I think it's great that you get 3 kinds of cups to mix spices in, because sometimes you mix a lot and you just want to keep a little bit on the side. And each cup has a lid, so you can store it in your kitchen closet. And let's see what I can say about it. Yeah, it's actually really solid. It is absolutely not titanium, I guess, but it is definitely really solid. I have put these things in the dishwasher before. The great thing about doing the review again is that now that it's 2 years later, some things get, easily broken. Well, it still works. I still mix everything with it. Yeah, there's the back side. You just put it in and you twist it a notch, and then it's stuck. Then you put over you put some things in it, you put the lid over it, and then it absolutely works. It's great. The spices that I put on my table are actually the spices where I was like curious about whether it works or not. So I thought, let's just do this the first day, and if it breaks down, then I'll send it back and say it wasn't good or something. Yeah, but I ended up not doing that. I mix all sorts of things with it. Salt, pepper. As you see on the table, I used, for this review, I used cinnamon barks. And sometimes you have the lower priced spice mills and they say, well, I'm not sure if you can do this or not. Right now I'm putting in fenugreek seeds. These are very, very tough. They're like little rocks. And I was kind of afraid at this point because I thought, okay, if it will break down, it will probably do it right now. All you do is need to press that button, and normally it will take about 5 seconds to do this. I'm really sorry that I don't have the noise for you. It doesn't make a lot of noise. The reason why I don't have the noise anymore is because I completely deleted the audio. Otherwise, I wasn't really enthusiastic. I was sounding really down, and I was like, I need to be a little bit more happy when I do this, because I'm still really happy. See the result after like 5 seconds, because I know it says 5 seconds to press. What I do notice is that when I'm doing sea salt, you kind of want to, don't do it in like great bunches. Don't fill up the cup all the way to the end. Because when it's like really easy, it overheats a bit. And after a while, I thought it was broken just by using the sea salt. I was like, how is this possible? I just use sea salt. It's not much. So if you use something that is really easy to grind, don't press the button for like 15 seconds in a row because it does overheat then. So make sure you do it 5 seconds and then 2 seconds of rest, and then another 5 seconds, and fill the cup up to about half of the cup. Don't use it. Here I pour in the white peppercorns. Besides the cinnamon bark, I also have like star anise, which is quite hard as well, and it actually does a great job. The greatest thing about this thing is that I now also use it for coffee. I don't have a coffee machine because normally I don't like coffee. But since a while I started to like it a bit, so I was like, let's just get some coffee beans and grind it. It does that work easily, like perfectly. The only thing I should not do if I were you is use this to make smoothies, because this is actually designed to do dry spices. So if you start, you know, using bananas and stuff and thinking like, oh, let's make a power shot, I really recommend you using a blender. I really don't think this is really great for the wet stuff, but hey, if you have this at home and you're watching and be like, she's wrong, please comment below, because I never tried it before. And I know the guarantee has expired by now, so I'm not going to try it. But if there are people that used it with fruit, please let me know, because it would be fun to make like a blueberry smoothie or something one time. I also didn't use fresh herbs, like fresh from a plant like cilantro or celery or something. I never used that before, because somewhere in the warranty says you cannot do that. So that is why I'm recommending to you only use dried spices. See how beautiful that looks? And you can actually determine the structure, you know, holding it a few seconds. When you press the button just a few seconds, it grinds like that. But when you do it another 5 seconds, it will be like the finest thing ever. It will be like powder. It's also nice to make powdered sugar sometimes. And the great thing where I use this for is to make my own spice mixes. I know you have like Chinese allspice, which contain clove, cinnamon, piment, cardamom, and Szechuan pepper. So what I do is I put all these things in fresh and just grind it, and you will really get a really strong flavor out of it. So you need much less of the actual product, because what I don't like is when you go to a supermarket and you buy like the cheap versions of spices, and you need actually quite a lot to just make it really taste good, you know. I also like to make my own chili pepper. I use all sorts of mixes. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like straight out of my head, what I use for the chili pepper. I think I used cayenne pepper, turmeric, cumin, white pepper, and paprika powder. Yeah, I think I used that. What I also like is to make vanilla sugar, because I'm like addicted to milkshakes, and just the regular milkshakes are so heavy in fat and in sugar that I wanted to make kind of my own. So what I do, or I put stevia in it, or just, yeah, regular cane sugar, add some vanilla powder, just mix it with this grinder, and then you get a milk frother, and you just pour in cold, 0% fat, low-fat milk. So 1 glass of low-fat 0% dairy milk will contain about 70 calories, and well, if you only use like one or 2 teaspoons of sugar, it's actually like drinking a cup of tea, but you really feel like having a milkshake. It's like great. So this is like my secret recipe. People see me drink milkshakes all the time, and they wonder like, how can she like not be 300 pounds? Well, that's just my secret. Here I have my fennel seeds in. I can't believe I actually made an 11-minute long video on this, because I see the video takes another, yeah, 1.5 minutes, and I keep talking about like recipes and stuff, and I know that I didn't do that before. I just talked about this and say, oh, look at the sound and look at how it looks, and oh yeah, You can put everything in the dishwasher except for the actual machine that is, you know, has the wire on it. Don't do it. Make sure it doesn't get wet. Just get a moist towel somewhere. Get it over with and just brush it away a little bit. But it actually stays pretty clean. And I don't recommend you using a steel brush for this because it's really beautiful and shiny and you'll get scratches around this thing if you do that. So don't. My thing still looks brand new after using it all the time. So I actually say that I do recommend this thing to people if they want to use a spice grinder for life. It really grinds up everything. I even assume that you can even use small rocks to crush. I don't recommend this, but why should you? So this is my video. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, please leave comments below. Bye!